Hello, 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 and welcome back to my channel. So today it's time to play with a beautiful palette that I couldn't wait any longer to get my hands onto. It's the TooFaced Pretty Rich palette. Here she is. TooFaced is one of my favorite brands and I'm really obsessed with their packaging, obviously. It's like, yes. So in this beautiful palette you have a little makeup mirror, which is awesome because when you travel or when you're like a girl like me who is somewhere and then takes out her gorgeous palette, it's like, yes, I've got a mirror with me in here and it looks amazing. In this palette are a few new formulated glitter pressed gel shades or gel pressed glitter shades that are actually made to minimize glitter fallout, which is something that we all hate because when glitter is on your foundation and stuff, it's like, nah. They're having a very special texture to them and they're really sparkling and beautiful, especially this pink shade here is pretty. So I'm ready and I really hope that you are ready too to get the party with this palette started. First step of my makeup is to do my eyebrows. I'm using the Precision Brow Pencil by NYX Professional Makeup in the shade Ash Brown. Then I'm cutting my brows out using my Full Coverage Foundation by MAC. Alright. I primed my eyelids with my foundation too, and I just bounce it in a little bit with my concealer brush. And I do not powder it off. I want it to stay damp and tacky so that the eyeshadow pigment is sticking right onto it. I'm starting my eyeshadow game by packing on the shade Oh, That's Rich. After packing on the color, the next step is to blend the edges. And then the next step is to use a bigger blending brush. And with that bigger and clean blending brush, I'm going over the blended edges just to make sure that they are really blown out and gorgeous. After blending all the color out, I'm going over the center of the eyeshadow again just to intensify the dark red and make sure that it's all, you know, pigmented. Now I'm going into the shade It's Designer with a flat synthetic eyeshadow brush and I am carving out my eyebrow. Alright, so now I'm going in with the shade Highly Selective and I am placing it all over the middle of my eyelid just to give a light reflecting background to the glitter. Alright, it's time for the pink glitter shade. It's called Diamond Glitterati, which is really perfect name for that. And on the back of the package it says you should go in with your finger, but I'm having my claws on, so I'm going in with a flat synthetic small eyeshadow brush and I'm just grabbing some of the glitter and then I'm pressing it on to the center of my lid, and as you can clearly see there is absolutely no fallout. So I basically did a soft glitter cut crease without any glue and without any foundation or concealer underneath. I'm in love, obviously. To give some more contrast to the glitter, I'm adding the shade Coal Under Pressure, which is a black that has a little bit of shimmer in it, and I'm punching it into my outer corners. So currently I really like to use this small little brush by Real Techniques for my foundation. I think it's actually a contouring or blush kind of brush. It just does what a foundation brush should actually do. You don't see any streaks. It's kind of weird, like why do I use a powder brush for my foundation? I don't really know. Anyways, girls and boys and everything in between, surprise, surprise. I found out that I can use the Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer underneath my eyes using only the concealer mixed or blended into my oily cream foundation. It works quite well and it doesn't, you know, create the fuzz and the wrinkles and the big pores if I only use the concealer. You know, sometimes while I just, you know, blend or bounce in some products, thoughts are going through my head. It's kind of a meditating state of mind, I guess. So sometimes I just ask myself, why did I ever start doing drag? Because it's not easy, you know, doing drag is a lot of makeup, a lot of, you know, wig styling and complicated and not exactly comfortable clothes to wear, like corsets and high heels and stuff. So I think doing drag is a whole lot of a decision, and sometimes I also get asked, you know, why I do it and why it's so important to me. And I don't really know, to be very honest. I started when I was a small kid, and yeah, it was just always a thing that I did. I was getting into costumes. They don't even necessarily had to be feminine. I mean, it was what I did most of the times, to be honest. And I think that brought me to where I am right now as, you know, a drag queen that is doing her thing for a living. Okay, I'm also using the Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer right now to highlight or sculpt the areas of my face that I want to come out a little bit more. To the point where I am now in my life, I just never regretted choosing drag as a job. I never did. I met so many amazing people and I had so many amazing opportunities. I think that things with drag are just going to get even stronger and stronger currently because it's a worldwide kind of trend, and I really don't think that this is going to stop soon. I think it's continuing, and the whole thing is going into a direction that is very commercial, but that's okay. That's just a thing that, you know, draws people attention to what we do and what is behind, you know, all the makeup. Alright, it's time to bake the entire foundation game, and I'm using a puff, bouncing the powder into my face. I was searching for an alternative to all those contouring palettes, and so I found at a very nice MAC counter that the Harmony blush, it's this baby here, is the thing that people at MAC love to use for contour on light people's skin, and I have to be very honest, I love it. It's very, very nice to contour with it, and so now I have one shade to use and it's Harmony. And I have another new thing that I want to share with you. It's the Real Techniques 301 contouring brush. I honestly didn't love that before because it's kind of too dense for my taste, for my cheeks and for my forehead and for my jawline contour, but I had this idea in my mind because I saw this dense little brush and I was like, oh, this has the perfect length and size of my nose, and so I'm using a tiny amount of this contouring powder, then I dab it off on my hand and I make sure that the brush is really straight and perfect. And then I'm just going on the side of my nose, and the only thing that I have to do my entire nose contouring is press it on. And you see, blend it a little bit, perfectionate it a little bit, make sure that it's your desired shape of nose contour, and that's it. But I mean, the size and the shape of this brush are just so perfect for a nose contour. Alright, it's finally time for the lower eyelid. I am using my 201 Real Techniques brush, and the it's Oh That's Rich shade of the Pretty Rich palette. It's not too detailed, it's not too big, it doesn't give you like, you know, a goth kind of smoky lower lid. It just blends on the perfect amount in the perfect area. Alright, it's time to go in with the highlighter. I'm using the Love Light highlight by TooFaced, obviously, and it's the shade You Light Up My Life. I'm using a lip brush to do my inner corner highlight, just because with a lip brush I'm able to go all the way into the most detailed little corners. Using the same tiny lip brush, I am going over the bridge of my nose to create a beautiful detailed highlight up here. This just makes the nose contour even more popping and crazy. And I'm also going on to the tip of my nose with this highlighter, creating a cute little tippy-tappy nose highlight. I just applied some dewy finish setting spray by NYX Professional Makeup just to have a little bit of a damp surface on my skin, And then I'm going over with this highlighter, and this is just popping. Okay, so coming back to the question again, why I actually started to do drag in the first place, I think it's a thing that at some point in life happens to you, that you just get mesmerized by the image that you can create out of yourself and also out of other people who want to try drag. Once the makeup and the hair is on, for some people it really gets addictive. So this is, I think, what happened to me. I think it's something that in the first place you don't even realize it. It's just so, it has a certain power to it, and it's also really empowering. You know, when you sit down in front of a mirror and you put all your makeup on and you put your gorgeous hair on and an amazing sparkly dress, you just feel good, and it just makes you feel self-confident, and you're just bigger than life for a night. And also that, you know, reinvention of yourself that happens constantly. Like one day you wear red hair, then you wear blonde hair, then you wear black hair, and this is only the hair, you know, so your character in drag and the show you do and your lip sync number, everything is changing constantly, and this makes it so much fun. And it's really exciting, and it doesn't get boring. Alright, it's time for the eyelash application. Today I'm using number 7. It's the Madame O eyelash of my luxury eyelash collection, and I am placing it with my fingers because I'm too lazy to use my tweezers, to be honest. For my lips today, I'm also going to use a TooFaced product. It's the Melted Matte Lipstick in the shade Queen Bee. Alright, the look is done, and so now I just apply my little beauty mark on my cheekbone, as usual. And then I'm coming back with my wig and my outfit on for some final words. Alright, so this is the entire outfit for my look with a little bit of hair and a cute little dress on. This is my take on the TooFaced Pretty Rich palette. I really hope that you like the results. I love it. And if you liked it, then don't forget to press thumbs up, follow me on Instagram, like everything that you see where I am, and yeah, follow me around. Mwah, kisses to you, and see you again in my next video. Bye!